Bonjour tout le monde. So this is the very first video of my social media handles, and this video is basically related to the sound orientations, like how we pronounce the sounds while speaking in French. So this is a very essential video, and let's get started. So first of all, we talk about whenever these A's appears in the words of French, like this A and this A with the accent grave and this A with accent circumflex. Whenever this A appears in any of the words, it generally sounds like A in the word father, like a, father, a. So this is how it sounds, right? If A and U comes together, it sounds like O. O. How O sounds in the word English word over. O, right? Then third one, if we talk about C, that is the alphabet C, whenever it appears before the vowels A, O, U, it sounds like the word K in the word kite. K. This becomes K whenever it appears before the vowels A, O, and U. Next is, if it appears before the vowels E and I, it sounds like as it S sounds in the word sun. S. It becomes K. It gives the sounds of K. If it is being written before A, O, and U, and it gives the sound of S when it is being written before E and I. After that, talking about the sound of this C, which is the C with Sidel. This C, which appears like a double C, whenever it appears in a word, it sounds like same like the earlier one. It sounds like s in sun, like as the sound of s in word sun. It sounds like s, right? The next one is when double C appears together, like when there are two C's together in some word, then they make the sound of the double C in the English word accident. So it appears like k, accident, k, right? After that, whenever C and H appears together, it sounds like SH, the sound of word SH in the word ship. So it sounds like sh. This CH sounds like sh, right? After that, if we talk about E and EU coming together in any of the words of French, it sounds like the sound of word U in puff. So it is like puff, right? So this sounds like which how we can relate to it in Hindi is like the word, the alphabet right? Then next is E with axograph, axocircumflex, and normal E. It sounds like the word E in word fetch. So it will be like fetch. So it's a. So the sound is a, fetch. How E sounds in this? Fetch, a. So these E's sounds like a. Then next we come to this E, EZ and ER together. They will sound like the word AY when it is coming together in the word play. So it would be like A. So this is the sound of A and this is sound A and A, right? So these are the sounds. We have to understand the sounds before learning anything in French. So this is really mandatory to keep a note of each and every sound whenever they are appearing in any of the alphabets of French. So the next sound is of the sound G. Whenever it appears before the vowels A, O, U, it sounds like as G is sounding in the word get. So it's like G. It is sounding like G whenever it appears before any vowels A, O and U. And if it appears before any vowel A, E, I and Y, it sounds like how S is sounding in the word leisure. The English word leisure, how S is sounding. See the sound. It is sounding like you. It's not sounding like sir or something like ko. It is sounding like leisure, sure. So if it appears before any of the vowels E, I and Y, it sounds like you, as it is as S is sounding in word leisure, you. Next is H. H remains silent in general. In general, and then after that, it is the sound of word I. Whenever I appears in any of the words, it is how double E is sounding in the word feet. So it is like E, E, E with a pressure, like double E, how it sounds in English. So it is like feet, E, right? After that, we'll be talking about the sound of J. J is sounding like how G sounds when it is put before E, I and Y. So it is having the same sound of the word S as it appears in the word leisure. So it is you. How if we talk about it in Hindi, so it is the word j, j with the point in the feet like j. So it is leisure, j, right? After that, the sound of O, it sounds like as the word O is sounding in the word tall. O. It is O. It's not like O, it's O. Tall. O. After that, if O and I comes together, it sounds like the word WA is sounding in word wag. So it is wa. Wa. Right? For example, if we take the example of any of the words in French, that is dois, je dois, oua. So it is sounding like wa, right? After that, the sound of the word O and U together, it sounds like oo, like double O is sounding in the word shoot. So it's oo, oo, shoot, oo. So whenever O and U comes together, it sounds oo. After that, Q and U when comes together, it sounds like as K is sounding in the word kite. So it is K. This QU is not like Q, it's K. K. It becomes K in French. Right? So these are the sounds, and in this sound, like G and J, when G appears before any of the vowels E, I and Y and J is having the same sound like S sounds in the word leisure. So it sounds like je, and others you can see like how I have already told. So you can practice it n number of times and you will be getting better day by day. So coming to the next sound, which is the most typical sound in French, that is the sound of word R, right? So word R is produced when we roll back our tongue at the throat, like R, 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 like Y, W, Re. So it is sounding like R. We have to roll back our tongue and then we have to pronounce the alphabet R. So this is how it is pronounced. R, R. Next is the sound of U. Whenever U appears in any of the words, it sounds like the EW is sounding in the word dew. So it's U, U. It's not only U, it's U. Next is when U and I comes together in any of the words, it sounds like the W double E is sounding in the word between. So it is we. We have to look at this pronunciation of this only, that is we. Between it is coming in like we. So we can take the example of the very simple word of friends, that is we, where which means yes. So the spellings of that is OUI, which sounds like we. So you and I, whenever comes together, it sounds like we. Next is the sound of alphabet W. Whenever it appears in any of the words, it sounds like as the word we is sounding in the word van. This alphabet is sounding in how this alphabet is sounding in van. So it is w, w. It's not W, it's sounding like w, w, right? So basically today we have talked about all the sounds, which is the most typical task while starting the learning of the journey of French. And whenever we'll be dealing in any of the things, we have a very good idea of the sounds before learning anything. So these are very important. You just need to keep a watch before going further. You need to memorize all the sounds and all the sounds, how they are appearing and how they are coming out, and this is how we can learn. And if you like the content of my channel, you can consider subscribing my channel. So thank you so much. Merci, au revoir.